we're going to discuss 10 reasons to do what you love for a living. 10 reasons to do what you love for a living. And I found this at businessnewsdaily.com. businessnewsdaily.com. 10 reasons to do what you love to do for a living. The author is Chad Brooks. Okay, number one, reasons, love it. You've heard this career mantra before. Do what you love and the money will follow. But as any aspiring poet or starving artist can tell you, it just isn't that easy. Finding a way to do what you love and still make enough money to support a family can be a real challenge. People who do what they love for a living tend to live happier, more productive lives, these experts say. And those who don't are often made sick by working at jobs they hate. How many of you listening today or viewing today work at a job you hate? And being a student doesn't count. You gotta like being a student. No, so many people go through life and they're not content and happy with what they do. I have been very, very fortunate in my life that it's almost like every 10 years I take a different direction and a different focus. It's all related. The common thread that runs through everything that I have done in the last 40 years as a small business owner is marketing and sales. Those are my two areas, two of my areas. I have others, but two of my major areas of expertise. And I love what I do. And I am so fortunate to be able to do what I love to do. And certainly, the adage, the money will come as long as I love what I'm doing and I'm doing the right thing. You've heard me say that in business, you need to have three qualities. And you need to approach your business objective in three ways. Number one, you have to have passion. And when you have passion and you show it, you absolutely are doing what you love. You have to have persistence. And you are persistent because you love what you do. And it's the right thing to do. That's why you're persistent. But the third P is the one that most small business owners that I have met don't understand, and that is patience. When you have passion and you're persistent about what you do, you must be patient to see results. Because when you are asking people to buy something from you, to buy a product, to buy a service, you're asking them to change a behavior if they've never bought from you before. They're buying someplace else or not buying someplace else, and you're asking them to buy from you, so there's some kind of behavior change that needs to take place. You must have patience to realize that. Number two, your self-esteem improves when you do what you love to do. Those who do what they love for a living and end up feeling better about themselves, said Sherry Mershai Cotton, a career advancement coach and the CEO and founder of a company called Roadmap Career Services. Your own self-esteem will be higher because you feel energized by what you do, and your employer will be more prone to rewarding you for it. Hopefully, your employer will recognize that and reward you for it. But when your employer isn't doing the things that you need done in your life, what should you do? And I say to all those folks who are either unhappy in their jobs or don't have a job and are unhappy because they don't have a job, what a better time to start a business. Okay, the next reason to do what you love, reason number 3, you'll be motivated. Ellen Erpolini, a career and life coach, believes it's important to do something you love for a living because when the going gets tough, as it assuredly will, you'll be motivated to push through. Quoting Ellen, instead of being overwhelmed with stress for a job that you don't even like, which affects other areas of your life, you have the connection and inspiration to make it work. True if you have a job, certainly true if you have a business. Reason number 4 to do what you love for a living. You become a valued employee. A business's best asset is an employee who loves his or her job. And raise the hand, let's see a raise of hands for everybody that loves his or her job. I love my job. I can't wait to get up in the morning after about 5 hours of sleep, 6 hours if I'm lucky, and get to do what I love to do and what I do. It's a job for myself, and that's okay. It's what I do, and I'm certainly I'm a valued employee to David's Barter community. I'm actually the only recognized employee. Curtis is a major contributor with his technology expertise to the community. But there's just the 2 of us doing what we do. Someone who generally loves their job is more satisfied and likely more motivated and productive during their time at work. Productivity, motivation. Motivation drives better productivity. I can honestly say that I have never been more productive in my life than I am right now. It's very, very simple. When you come to David's Barter community, every single word that you read is something that I have created. And I have never been that productive in my entire life. So it is very important that we feel that. You know, your job, your business, your life, whatever it is you do, we all have the same 24 hours a day. And it's how we use those 24 hours. You just heard me say I sleep 5 or 6 hours a day. That means that I am awake 18 or 19 hours a day. And I have a lot of things that I love to do every single day, and I make sure that I do them. That's really the inspiration and motivation that I need. I am very disciplined. I am very focused. But that's how I live. That's the only way I know of. I'm very goal and objective oriented. I write my goals down. I hold myself accountable for achieving those goals or not achieving those goals. But those all are decisions I make in a day's time. Number 5 or 6, I don't remember here. You earn more money when you do what you love to do for a living. Professional coach and author Karen Garvey said, loving what you do can have a significant positive impact on your wallet. The angst of hating one's role often leads to an inability to manifest promotions, sales, and raises. That's a pretty simple one. Next reason, your overall health is better. I'll I'll stop and pause on that one to share with you how very important health is. In the last, since, well, 18 years ago, I had an open heart surgery. It had nothing to do with my lifestyle or the way I lived or what I ate. I was born with two bad hearts. And 18 years ago, I was fortunate enough to get those two parts fixed. Then 3.5 years ago, almost 4 years ago, be 4 years in January, I had 2009 was the most unbelievable year of my life in terms of health. And I had I had blood clot in my brain in the first week in January. And then in June and July, I had 3. I had 3 heart surgeries in June and July. Once again, all because of bad parts that I was born with, and I was fortunate enough to be able to get those parts fixed. So, health has been so very important, and trying to maintain health. And I live my life every single day pursuing whatever it needs to happen to be as healthy as I possibly can. I couldn't come to work every day and do the things I do if I weren't healthy, but it's an extremely important part of my life to be healthy. There was a point in my life, I had 6 or 7 years of my life that because of my heart, nobody would sell me health insurance. Definitely not life insurance, but nobody would sell me health insurance. And so when I first came into that, I said, well, if nobody is going to sell me health insurance, I have to be healthy. So that's when I went on a big health kick, if you will, watching the things that I eat and exercising extensively. And your health is so very important because without your health, there's many, many things in life that you can't do. Okay, after your overall health, the next reason to do what you love for a living, you garner more respect. People who love their job often spend extra time making sure they are doing their best work. You tend to go above and beyond what is expected, gaining the respect of those with whom you work. Yes. The more you are respected, the more positive things that are going to happen in your life. The better contribution you can make to yourself, and if you happen to be a part of an organization, the better things you will produce for that organization. So respect of others is so very, very important in what you do. You have a better home life. Absolutely. And put on top of that is if you operate out of your home, the challenges of operating out of your home, which I've never had an office as a small business owner outside my home. Never had one. There was one period of my life that I did have office space outside of my home, but I was working with somebody else and they provided that office space. But it is so very important, critical, mandatory that if you operate a business out of your home, you have the support of anybody else who lives in that home with you. If you don't, the business is probably not going to work. And if it doesn't work in your home and you're still passionate with that business idea and the business is working, maybe you need to take it out of the home. But you need to have the support. In my home today, I have this studio office, this small room in the home. It's my kitty cat. I better see what she wants. She's crying. Let me finish up here, and we'll end this segment. I'll go see what she wants, and then I'll get back. You have a better home life. And the next thing is you are more productive when you do what you love for a living. We've already talked about productivity. I could speak from that. You have improved mental health. I think we have always, we've already talked about your improved mental health when you do the things that you love to do. It's much better to do the things that you love to do than are forced to do things that you don't love to do. That is not a good place to be. If you are in that place in your life, change. Make a change. And you can serve others better. You serve yourself better. You serve the organization better. You serve those people whom the organization serves when you love what you do for a living. And that is it. So those are 10 reasons why 10 reasons to do what you love to do in your life, because then all the other aspects, you do what you do. You do it 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, if it's business or a job, whatever your situation might be. And when you love what you do, it is so much easier to do it. And you're much more valuable to yourself. You're much more valuable to the people around you. You're much more valuable to the world in general. We're going to end this segment, see what's wrong with Kitty Cat, and we'll be back in 2 minutes.